when like Snapchat and Instagram came out with stuff, I was like, oh, Snapchat's the way to go.
I love men, and I'm like, I just want to see it. Like, I'm curious. I think it's beautiful, and I had always been more reserved when it came to sending nudes, as in like, I wouldn't show my face.
Kind of like a look at my body. The question is, why do you feel bad after you have sex or ashamed? Mark and Kevin's slutty little podcast. We're rolling.
Okay, hi.
Let's do it. Episode 2, baby.
Episode 2. I've been wanting to talk about this stuff for a while because I think it's a fascinating subject.
Which is?
Sex.
Drugs.
Rock and roll.
We have Gay Awakening, our first time sending nudes? Question mark. We can start there because I think
nudes?
I think that's pretty fascinating.
Okay.
Well, first off.
Okay. What?
You're old now.
I'm not that old.
I'm kidding.
Chill out.
We're the same age. But when we were old, I feel like we send less nudes. That's my take on it.
I don't, again, not in like the dating world, so I'm not like sending nudes out actively.
Sure.
But like mentally, I would still send nudes.
You'd mentally send me your nudes?
Not like, yeah. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
it's still blurry. Coming into frame now.
It's blurred. No, I just mean like I like nudes. Like I know some people don't.
To receive them or to send them?
To receive them mostly.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
I just like I love men, and I'm like I want to see it. Like I'm curious. I think it's beautiful, and yeah, I'm not against it, but I had always been more reserved when it came to sending nudes, as in like I wouldn't show my face, unless it was like someone I was dating. But I know there's some guys.
So would they be like a selfie in the mirror, or would they just be like kind of like a look at my body?
Yeah, like in the mirror or like POV shot. But I would never. Like,
I'll be throwing some up around here for you guys to see. No, I'm
kidding. I mean, I do have like this one photo I loved. My booty looked perfect, and I would use that to send to like guys when I was dating. If you're young and hot, which like I mean just in general, when you're young, take photos of yourself naked because like I think they're just good to have. I have like a photo of me when I was in Mexico when I was 25 or whatever, and it's like a full nude, like face, everything, and my body was like at its prime, and I like that photo.
We're getting right into business this time.
I have nudes.
No intros at all. Cheers, by the way.
Oh, cheers.
Do you have any in there? Cheers.
Yes, queen.
I remember last time I saw some comments. They're like, they didn't touch the LaCroix, and I was like, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's funny. Really? People were mad that we didn't drink our LaCroix?
Well, they were also mad that
fucking weirdos, dude.
That you
Chill
didn't
out.
have a coaster.
Well, it's my table, so I don't give a fuck.
That's true. And also, these ones aren't cold, so they're not sweaty.
Thank you for specifying.
Yeah. Anyways, well, how do you feel about sending nudes? Like, would you do it?
Well, it's changed. My philosophy on nudes has changed.
Because you've gotten older?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking back maybe like to when I was like 20. I think when I was 20 years old or 19 when I got my first iPhone, iPhone 4.
Here's my dick.
Yeah, no, for real. I was in the Verizon store. The guy's like, sir,
like,
put your fucking pants on. Think about the previous versions that like it wasn't really sexy. It was just kind of like a crappy little 3-pixel photo of your balls.
Yeah,
not hot. I mean,
I don't know.
Your horny ass probably would think it's hot.
No, I mean, like, yeah, I love to read. I have an imagination. I can just like fill in the blanks. But go on. So you got an iPhone.
Got an iPhone, and
who was the first person you sent a nude to? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was like one of those old dating apps. I mean, I had a couple like internet boy toys that I would
like your online boyfriend.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of.
Okay.
But more so just like whenever you were like hot and horny, you would just like message this person and
be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
Sext.
Exactly. But so yeah, moving forward in the future a little bit more, when like Snapchat and Instagram came out with stuff, I was like, oh, Snapchat's the way to go.
Well,
like,
I feel like that's what Snapchat was designed for. Like it disappears.
Yes, no longer sending like a raw JPEG to some random person.
Yeah, because I like would trust Snapchat over just sending a picture, text message to someone solely because it disappears, and then if they were to screenshot it, which they could, it tells you, and then I'm like, okay, you shady bitch.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing that.
You know what? Like they say your brain doesn't fully develop till 25 or something.
Great.
I think around that time is when I personally stopped sending stuff like that, because I was like, the internet forever philosophy was
Well, that's
fully developed in my brain.
It's also what we grew up with. They would always say like,
Yeah,
internet's
yeah.
forever. We'll
That did not stick to me at all.
Well,
I was like, whatever, dude. Who
I
gives
know.
a shit?
Well, I mean, like some of the shit
I got a
talk
dick.
about
He's got a
online.
dick. Who cares? Like, there's tons of dicks on the internet.
I always said that like if I had nudes that like got leaked or somebody threatened to leak like naked photos of me, I think at that point I would just release them myself and be like, yeah,
Sure.
this is my body and
Yeah.
this is what it is.
Why is it? Why are we so? Why do we keep that to ourselves? Like, why?
Like,
I mean, this takes it to a whole nother level of deepness, but why do we protect that side of ourselves?
one, I think it's cultural. Like,
Yeah.
I think we grew up, it's kind of like prudish. Like, like you're not really naked, but like when I'm in Europe, they like love their nude beaches. When I was in Croatia, I looked at like the boat over next to ours, and it was like 4 older people who were just all naked on this boat, like walking around. And I think also like the media we watch, like we didn't see a lot of nudity per se, whereas like European shows and stuff, they do. Like I just started watching this British show. It's on HBO and it's called Naked Attraction, I think it's called, where basically they show the people
Full frontal?
Oh, everything. And it's like, it gets revealed little by little. And the idea is like you're choosing someone based on like their body. These bodies aren't like, they're not models. They're not like, they're just average, everyday people.
Regular folks.
Which makes me love it even more.
Yeah. That's so great.
But like, that's just the show that's like in the UK or something. We didn't grow up with shit like that.
No, in fact, kind of what you were saying, when we grew up, my parents like watching, let's say like an action movie, like a Mel Gibson fucking Lethal Weapon film.
Like,
they cover your eyes up. And then again, they condition you to believe that sex was not okay.
Yeah. And you don't talk about it.
You don't talk about it. Don't even look at it. Like, I don't know. I remember I watched Wedding Crashers in theaters with my dad, and there's like a montage in the beginning of like Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson like sleeping with all these beautiful women at the wedding, and they would like throw these women down in the bed to have sex with them, and their tits were just flopping up. And my dad like looked over at me. He didn't cover my face. I don't know why I did that, but he looked over at me and he was like, "Hey," like, "Hey," like father son movie, and I was like. Yeah,
I love
like,
this.
So is like Owen Wilson gonna take his shit off too, or what's the deal, Dad?
When do we see dicks?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you also bring that up. Well, because
that's the opening, just your soundbite being like, "When do we see dicks?"
Yeah, when. Pull it out. No, but I was just watching the movie called Weekend, which is a gay film from like 2013 or something. But it's by the guy who did the TV show Looking, which I'm obsessed with. So I wanted to watch this film. This is my second time seeing it.
Okay.
I watched it when I first came out. Like when I was coming out, I was like, I need to watch anything gay. But I rewatched it, and one of the big points in the film was the guy was like, we need to normalize queer people talking about sex. Like straight people are allowed to talk about it publicly.
Yeah.
And gay people have always been kind of like shamed to not say anything.
Don't shove it down our faces.
Right. like you can do whatever you want in like the privacy of your room. But don't talk about it. So I think I'm very like sex positive in the sense I love to talk about this stuff. Like I would be like, oh yeah, I hooked up with so-and-so and this is what we did. And some people are prudish, which like power to you, but it's like,
that's not the right word. Prudish isn't the right word. Like
conservative?
Yeah, private. But it's more than just being private. They're
uncomfortable.
They're categorizing sex in a prudish taboo fashion.
Which makes you think, do they see it like sex as a negative thing then?
Right. It's like apologizing for like being human. Sexually active. Yeah. Which I've struggled with actually. I still struggle with that.
In what sense? Like
sometimes I feel like if I hook up with someone, I feel like I did something wrong. Which is
it's because
pretty deep, and for my therapist. No, not that at all.
I'm joking.
But wait, I don't know.
What makes you think you did something wrong?
It just upbringing, just conditioning from growing up in America in the Midwest, and from parents who just like, you know, didn't allow that to be a part of the conversation, you know, at dinner. Like we weren't talking about sex or drugs or alcohol or anything like that. It's like I've actually said this before on a podcast or something online, but if I ever have kids, I want that to be like a part of the conversation, the dinner table. Like, let's talk about it, man. Like if the parents are uncomfortable, the kids will be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If the parents are comfortable, the kids are going to be comfortable talking about it.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. Like I used to want kids. I really don't anymore. But if I did have kids, that's how I would want to raise them. Like just having open dialogue and conversations and talking about stuff like this. And like I used to work at a school like during the pandemic, and the kids would learn about like gay relationships, queer relationships, that like some people have two moms, some people have two dads at a young age, and it's like never corrupted the kids. They were like it's better for them to like learn that now, because there was kids there whose parents they had two dads and two moms, and so
no, those kids are gay for sure.
Right,
because of that for sure.
I would be so sad if my kid was straight. It'd be like, oh no, that's sports. What am I supposed to do?
You know how you obviously get in trouble if you say like, oh, I'd be upset if my kid was gay.
Yeah.
Can you get in trouble for saying what you just said?
So. No, I would be upset. Take it back. You just haven't met the right man yet, I would say.
Before we move on from like the nudes theme a little bit, I wanted to read the email that I told you I got the other day.
Oh yeah, please do.
So over the course of my almost 12 years of being on the internet,
you started OnlyFans?
Occasionally, no, I haven't started OnlyFans, but occasionally I'll get an email. It's like, hey, Mark, I'll pay you money for your dirty boxers or your socks. Or
wait, do people really ask you for that?
For sure, yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, there was one moment. It was like
I'll steal it for you.
It was like a few months into COVID, the pandemic, where I was like sitting in the house and someone was like, hey, your dirty boxers for $500, and I wasn't gonna do it, but I said,
yeah, but like tempting.
No, I responded. I responded to the person. I was like, how's 1,000? And they were like, yes. And I was like, I didn't do it, but what?
I just want to say something. Yeah. This is like how crazy my mind thinks, because, and we'll get to this, but I've definitely heard of like people doing that, like on OnlyFans.
People will bottle their bathwater up and their farts and sell it and mail it to people.
Well, I've seen people like
dirty boxers, folks. That's pretty vanilla.
Well, I've seen people jerk off into boxers and then they like give those out. But my mind goes like, what if you sent that to someone who then committed a crime and left those boxers there, and like, does that implement you in the crime now of like, oh, here's evidence that this happened?
Kevin, we found your fat load at the scene of the crime.
And this is
You're coming with us, sir.
How much of an overthinker I am.
Okay, so yeah, over the course of me being on the internet, I've had people email me and just say, hey, like, let me, throw a nude my way and I'll pay you for it. And so
have you ever considered?
This is the most recent one. I mean, yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't say I almost took my boxers off during COVID and just sent them to this guy. But no, the thing is too, who was it? This is an alleged story, of course, because I don't know the facts for sure. But Miranda Sings, she sent like her bra, or some lingerie to some kid by accident. She didn't know it was a kid. And so that could be the thing too. Like, what if a 17-year-old wanted you know what I mean? You can't send your underwear to someone who's underage. Anyways, there's a multitude of reasons not to do this.
Go on. But, I want to hear this email.
Okay. It's actually very, very sweet and cordial. Hey, Mark, I have no idea where you stand on this type of stuff, but would you ever consider selling tasteful nudes? I'd be willing to spend several $1,000s potentially, and can offer up references from other YouTubers I've done similar things with discreetly, NDA with two, non-disclosure agreement. Either way, would love to chat about the idea, and would be more than willing to pay you for your time to chat through it, if you're up for it. And then the person's name and a smiley face. Here's my like big hang up with this. Okay. Well, I have a ton of hang-ups with this, but
no, just one.
Let's say, for example, I was doing OnlyFans and that was kind of like one of my hustles. He probably wouldn't be asking me this because I'd already have the nudes available. That's to assume I was doing nudes on OnlyFans. Anyways, it's like, dude, he has NDAs with other YouTubers. So this dude could be like selling your shit to other people, like you don't know what people are gonna do.
Yeah.
So I also just wanted to
scary.
share. I wanted to share the story because if there's any other people like me in this instant who want to keep that part of their body and part of their life more private, just ignore all these emails, because this email was well written. It was very informal and personalized and sweet in a way. If you could, it could be sweet, you know.
I'm flattered.
And it's also like it's tempting to be like, hey man,
Oh
like,
no, that's what I was gonna say.
in this economy,
like several thousand.
Yeah.
NDA, but also like, do you have a gallery of these? Like,
that's what I'm saying too. And like,
also, what's a tasteful nude in
and
your
if,
mind?
if he's saying, he said, and can offer up references from other YouTubers. What the fuck does that mean?
I think that means like
He's gonna tell me the YouTubers who also have done this with him,
or like, well, that's my theory. Or like, I can put you in touch with other YouTubers who've done it. But then,
right?
Isn't that like
it's a breach
go
of privacy,
against the
right?
NDA?
It's the good things they
Yeah.
did,
So,
anyways, I just think it's kind of fascinating.
I mean, that's flattering. No one's ever emailed me and asked me for my nudes.
Well, your audience is different than mine.
Yeah.
Mine are a bunch
I
of
would be
horny
shocked
gay
if
men.
mine
Yours are. You have a stronger.
Female audience.
You're right.
Who know I'm gay, so I don't think they're like, oh my god, I want to see Kevin naked.
Kevin, send me your socks, dude.
Send me your reading socks.
I wanna your reading socks. Yeah, I wanna read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in your dirty socks.
Right. Now send me the book you touched and used.
That's so interesting, man.
Well, I mean, that's flattering. Congratulations. It's very tempting.
Sure.
I don't, what am I supposed to, like, what do you say to that? Like,
I think at some point, like, don't you just want to be a person who's just like, yeah, do you know what I mean?
oh, for
like,
sure.
Like,
Be like, yeah, fuck it.
I said this the other day, but like, every day we wake up and we have the decision to just be an asshole or a nice person, and like, today we've made the choice to like be a nice person and a person with like, you know, a moral compass and trying to do the right thing every day. Some people just give up and just say, fuck it, I'm going to be an asshole today. Do you ever just wish that you could break your inner code and just do that?
Sometimes. That's a great question. I do, like, I often have thoughts where I'm like, I could literally just scream right now in the middle of the grocery store. But I'm not going to, but like...
What would that accomplish?
Nothing. But it's like... It's unexpected, and it's like it's a break from like
it would be unexpected for
but
sure.
do you know what I mean? Like it's just like a break from like social norms or like it's what I call the intrusive thoughts. And it's like, do you let them win? I don't know. Like I've definitely thought about like how I can completely change my entire personality today, which is why I like sometimes confession is like if I'm at a bar with friends and we're like drinking and like we meet people, I will sometimes like give a different name or talk about like I do something else because it's a fun way for me to I don't know, you know, I'm probably never going to see you again.
What's the name? What do you give?
Well, I usually just give my middle name. I'm like, oh, it's Tyler.
Tyler?
Or I like there was one guy I met in...
You're so edgy.
Right,
how do you even get away with that?
No, but it's just like it's
moments ago, I actually gave you my middle name.
No, I think it's fun.
My real name's Kevin.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it.
Hey, whatever you get off to, man. I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
It's not a sexual thing.
I'm not gonna ick you or
it's just
whatever
like,
people say.
Does anyone do that? Or you've never done that? Well, you're like a very front-facing person, so you're well known more than like I would be. So like if you're in a gay space,
I mean, in a gay
like
space, yeah,
that's
sure.
what I mean.
Yeah. For
not
sure,
like,
yeah.
But I don't know. Try it sometime.
I might
Be
try it
someone
tonight.
else. Like,
might go to the restaurant and be like, or no, I might go to Starbucks, you know, and be like,
go to Akbar.
Can I get a tall green tea?
You've never given a fake name at Starbucks?
And they'd be like, what's your name? I'd be like, Billy?
And they'll be like, great, awesome.
Yeah.
There was one guy I met in Croatia.
No way. That's so crazy. Guys, can you believe that?
Hear this. His pickup line for girls, he would tell them that he was a dolphin trainer. And this man legit had a fake like card that like business card that said like certified dolphin trainer.
Oh man.
And I was like, I love that for you. Like,
dude,
good job. Like,
men are so creepy sometimes.
Oh, so weird, especially straight guys.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mean to agree to that, Sure. Gay men can be very much creepy.
Oh, I'm sure.
I think gay men are just.
I think. Well, it's a.
Gay men are better liars.
You think so?
I think we're more deceitful.
Well, I would also say that just stems from having to hide a majority of our lives.
Which is a great.
So it's like ingrained in us?
Yeah.
I don't know. Which is sad.
I think it's a nice quality to have to be a good liar.
Why?
I
love how you were giving me a hard time about lying about my name and my job, and now you're.
I'm not going around
town.
town. Call me. Hey guys, it's my middle name today. I'm
No,
going by Tyler.
Somebody like comes up to me and they're like, "Hey Tyler," I'd be like, "Who are you talking to? Did we meet?"
This is KTM, baby, or KTN.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so you think lying's a good trait?
I'm just kind of fucking around, to be honest.
I was like,
yeah, no.
Did we want that?
I'm trying to. I was reading some of the things here and I got distracted, so sometimes I just talk. But
oh, you can edit this out.
I might, or I might just keep it in for the folks at home who really want to hear this.
Yeah, keep it in. Don't pull out.
Self censorship is another subject that we can discuss briefly. Do you censor yourself online?
I mean, I show what I want people to see online.
Mm-hmm. Your best bits or your worst bits?
Kind of like but I think that for every creator, like they're showing you what they want to show you.
Yeah.
And so, do I censor myself? Yeah, a little bit. I think we all do.
Yeah.
But I think at my core, I'm still me. I'm just giving you a version of myself. Like, I think when I'm online, I'm a lot more energetic. Or, like, if you watch my videos.
You're so, like, I'll be scrolling and, like, Kevin's like, he's like, I just read the craziest book front to back. Didn't even move. It was amazing.
But that's what I mean. Like,
wow,
I have a lot
tell
of
me about it.
energy when I create my content, which is not to say it's not me, but it is like a version of myself. What about you? Do you think, I mean, I can attest, but what are your thoughts about yourself?
No, what were you going to say? Go ahead.
I think you're very similar to the way you appear online, but I also think in person you could be more introspective, and I think online you're very outgoing.
Yeah. I mean, I think lately I've been pretty introspective online.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
So, but that's just my take. Again.
Okay. Your take's fair. It's a little wrong, but that's fine.
Okay. Well, correct us, please.
I think I definitely censor myself a lot online. I think I have much more like fucked up dark humor in real life.
That just won't translate.
No, it will translate. I just don't. I know you can't please everyone, but I don't want to. I just know people are dumb. Like, I know that sounds really bad to say, but that's also me trying.
He doesn't mean you.
No, I'm trying not to even censor myself now when I'm explaining myself about self-censorship. But the internet is full of people who are reactive, and if I say something off color, I don't want someone to like take it out of context. And so when I'm editing, I'll go over something
for sure
many times, and with a clip, I will actually color the clip a red color, like a rose color, and that will flag it for later when I'm coming back to the edit and being like, you know what, I should probably just cut this out.
Interesting.
Speaking of introspective, bitch, I get fucking introspective all the goddamn time on the internet.
Okay.
I get so sick of myself. Like,
he's
what?
Not answering my question.
But can this be a side note
Fine,
real quick?
Go.
Last January, I made 4 videos in a row, 4 Mondays in a row. Boom, 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 boom. What?
Proud of you.
Thank you. I haven't done that in like a couple of years. And after I did those 4, like February 1st comes around and I hit a wall, man. I was so fucking sick of myself. And I've annoyed myself thoroughly, and very proud of the content I made. One video with you and some other ones with friends.
Oh, you're talking about like recently?
Yeah, just last month.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for listening. Jesus Christ, man.
I'm listening. I thought you said like in the past.
No, just January. That's last month, dog.
Okay, listen. I don't.
No, you listen.
You're right. Okay, go on.
But anyways, I just get fucking sick of myself. It's not a huge, big, dramatic story, but yeah, I took a few weeks off and I was just like, all right, back on the horse. I have things to say again. I'm not annoyed.
Healthy.
It is. I just like, I'm like, it makes me think why am I sick of myself? Like, is that natural? Is that normal? Probably is.
I think so. Well, I also think it's like creative burnout. Like, do you never feel that?
It's definitely
We're
burnout.
not getting away from my question.
No, we'll come back to it. I don't think it's burnout necessarily. I think it's, I think I'm just fucking sick of hearing myself talk.
As we talk.
Right. But it's like, I write the thing, I shoot the thing, I edit the thing, and there's weeks involved.
Kind of like you're seeing yourself all the time.
I'm seeing myself all the fucking time, which I've actually spoken to my therapist about how much it like fucks up like the self of me, like myself, my identity. And I mean, it's like looking in the mirror 15,000 times a day. It's not healthy to do that. Nick Offerman has a joke about like, you should only look in the mirror if you have leaves in your hair.
Back to my question.
Oh yeah, you're putting me on the spot. Last time people were like, "Oh, Kevin, you're like the therapist to Mark," and like I thought it was kind of funny because you are for not being a great comprehender, like you are a good question asker.
Yeah, I love asking questions, but that's why it's like you can trust me with your secrets because I'll most likely forget them.
I agree.
Goldfish.
That's why I tell you everything.
Yeah, like
doesn't matter.
And I never want people though to think like, oh, he doesn't care, he doesn't remember. I think it's just the way my fucking brain works.
Totally. Yeah,
it's true.
I used to think that you could never remember someone's name the first time you met them until I was single, lonely, and depressed. And every person's name I met during this period, I remembered. Do you know why?
Because you had nothing else to do?
Because I needed people.
That's a better answer.
When it's valuable, you'll remember it. It's okay. You don't need
No.
It's kind of rhetorical. You can just shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter.
I agree and I disagree. Like,
right.
We won't get into it. But
yeah, because there's nothing to say. Wow, I'm so sorry. I'm being so mean this podcast.
You know what? I'm quitting as your therapist.
Oh shit.
Anyways,
but you're getting speaking
he won't answer the question.
Speaking of censorship, guys, this is I think it's healthy just to leave all this in. Like, what if we didn't edit this at all?
I don't know if. I mean, sure.
It's gonna be.
People would be like, get to the point.
Get to the point, yeah.
But sure. No, I think it's like, again, this is supposed to just be a conversation. It's supposed to be a dialogue. And sitting here, it's
37 minutes. Jesus.
That's how long it's been?
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
What?
Oh, is it still going? I didn't even know this thing fucking went past 30 minutes. That's awesome, dude.
It says record.
I know, but sometimes these cameras get locked in at 29 minutes and 59 seconds.
Oh, shit.
And
sorry, we've been talking for so long. That's because you won't answer the question.
The question is, why do you feel bad after you have sex? Or ashamed?
I said shame, and I said, is it because of queerness or just sex in general? And you said both.
Because feeling shame is who you are and guilt is what you did. And
what makes you feel guilty?
It's a combination of both. It just is, man. Like it's so much to unpack that I would have to probably be in tears right now to fully flesh it out with you.
It's a safe space for you to cry.
Which we could get to if you want. As my whole body tenses up.
No, I mean,
Can you answer it? Because I don't really have any. Just to be really honest with you, I am running out of steam in that part of my brain right now. So feel free to take a stab at the answer.
I think as a queer person, I've spent so much of my life feeling shame about it that I refuse to feel shame any longer. And so, I mean, my like shame from a hookup is me just freaking out I'll get an STD or like overthink like that. But it's never shame for the act or the person I did it with because it feels so natural to me. Like, I don't know. I love men and it fits and it works. And I won't let people shame me for being gay or my queerness. And most of all, I'm not going to fucking let myself do it. So, yeah. But I was curious, and why I asked you was because...
That was really sweet.
Oh.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I know I'm not the only person who needed to hear that. That was nice.
Well... Yeah, essentially I wanted to see if that was the reason. And if it was, I just really wanted to tell you that, like, I don't want you to feel that way. I don't want anyone to ever feel that way.
Yeah.
And so I think we as, at least for myself as a gay man, did beat myself up so much growing up and like praying every single night, like, God, make me straight, make me straight, make me straight. Because I used to think like my only sin, my only crime was being gay. And I would ignore all these other areas of my life where like I needed to actually grow, like be less selfish, be this. So no, there is not room anymore for me to feel shame. I don't want you to feel shame. I don't want anyone to feel shame for their queerness. Like, I think it's what makes people so unique and so beautiful. And there's a huge argument where people are like, oh, stop making everything about being gay. But it's like, being gay is a huge part of who I am. And we live in a society that is so heteronormative and it's structured for straight people that, yeah, being gay is a fucking big deal because it's like, oh, I stand out. So I'm just going to embrace standing out. And if it's part of my personality, it's part of my personality. It's part of my brand. It's part of what I do. Look, we talked about censorship, and part of me will sometimes censor my queerness. Like it's like a fear-based thing. Like I'm trying to adopt a cat right now. And I like am scared that they're not going to want to let me adopt because I'm gay, because we've also, not that like it fucking matters, but like, I don't know what other people's prejudice would be.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, I refuse to feel shame. I remember once when I was working at a restaurant.
Go off, King.
Sorry, tangent. The table was asking me about like a girlfriend. And at the time I was with Dan, who I'm with now. And I didn't say I was with him. And after that moment, I was like, I'm never going to fucking do that again. And I felt so bad. I told him, I was like, because I was like, I don't know if they're going to tip me and this is my livelihood. So
you felt you had to dull your shine to make them feel comfortable.
Yeah. And so I could make money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But like, if the world's going to try and censor us and dim us, I'm not going to be the one who does it for myself. And I don't think anyone should.
So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for saying what we all need a reminder of. Some people don't even have any positive queer role models in their life that they get to hear this. So I just want to like thank you for speaking the truth, you know, and sharing that, because you had to learn firsthand that like that wasn't working for you.
Yeah, it was tough because when I came out, I was in college. And there was like 3 other guy friends I had who were also gay. And we like had that big Christian struggle of like, we can't be gay, we can't be gay. And then I had reached a point in college where I was like, no, I'm going to accept this and I'm going to embrace it. And those guy friends I had completely like abandoned me because they're like, no, we want to be straight. And so I felt really alone when I was coming out, which is why I watched so much like queer media and queer books and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I don't know where I was going with this, but the point was that it can be lonely, but I'm so much happier. I think I found my success truly when I embraced my queerness. And I wouldn't change a single thing.
You bloomed.
I did. Like a flower.
I love that so much. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for the space.
I feel that coming from you, the energy. It's exciting to see someone like come into themselves and own it.
Yeah,
killed it. You're here. Look at you
I'm
now.
Here and I'm queer.
Yeah.
I also love the term queer. I know some people don't like it, but I do.
I fuck with it.
I love it. I think it's especially because it was such a like derogatory term before. I was like, no, it's my term now.
I just want to go out and get wet and wild with a man.
Yeah.
After that speech, you know, how could you not want to?
Right. Everyone go get wet and wild.
I'm
only with men.
I'm bricked up, man. Let's go.
Do it.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. Appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Kevin and I are gonna go on Grindr.
I'm not going on Grindr.
I have Grindr on my phone. I can't delete it because I don't know.
What do you mean you can't delete it? You just hold it.
Listen, no, I know you can delete the app, but I want to delete my account.
Yeah, you can.
But you have to enter in the email address that you used to create your account with, and I don't know the email address.
Oh, so so someone can find you on Grindr right now?
Yes, but look at this. This is coming full circle.
Why?
I have a fake name I use for Grindr.
He gave me such a hard time about a fake ass name.
And guess what the name is? Tyler.
Shut up. It is not.
It's not.
I was
not.
like, what?
I'm not
Is it
gonna
your middle
say.
name?
No, it's not a name that anybody will guess.
Well, is your picture on there? They're gonna
No,
see your
no,
face.
no. It's just like a blob.
The dick pic.
yeah. It's a picture of my underwear actually.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
The one you sold?
It's nothing. It's just like it's the avatar that Grindr just like ends up with. It just gives it to you. I hope my mom doesn't watch this. Also.
Oh my god, I can't imagine. I mean, my mom will watch this. She's #1 supporter.
Shout out Sandy, and shout out Susan if you're watching this.
Sandy and Susan, you raised 2 beautiful gay men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if my parents see it.
Is this still recording?
Yeah, it's still going.
How many more minutes do we have left? 6 minutes left on that. All right, cool.
Shall we get food? Are you hungry? Are they hungry?
Are you guys hungry?
Are you hungry?
What are you guys hungry for? You guys hungry?
It's your turn.
Oh yeah, we're saying that, and Olive's behind the camera like.
Oh, look at
"Fucking
Olive!
yeah, dude."
Look, she's like, I'm hungry.
You wanna come up here?
You hungry, little girl?
Come on.
Come here.
Come on. You can come say hi.
Come say hello. The true star.
Up.
Oh,
There we go. Okay, you got sit. You got sit. Oh, yeah, big girl.
All right, what would you like to say?
Oh, thank you. Okay, don't just stay. Just stay. You can stay. You can lay down. You can lay down if you want. Yeah. All right.
She's a cutie.
Good. That was a good episode. I feel like we rambled quite a bit in this one, but
Which, again, conversation. I like.
yeah,
I like where it took
yeah,
us.
It's okay. You go down.
She's like, I don't
Yeah.
like to be up here.
Just like it's.
I'm camera shy.
Yeah, it's a little too colorful up here for me.
No, she's like queers.
A little too fruity.
But yeah, I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it probably does need some like editing, but
Yeah. I'm gonna edit it down for sure.
full circle kind of
You
bring it back.
you catch me off guard with
My questions?
some questions sometimes, and it's fine though. I'm not.
You're like never asked me that.
I
again.
want to be caught off guard. I just felt like I
cornered you.
No, I was just kind of like a little cloudy. I was just like, I don't know. Like this is. I wish I had access to a good answer at this point, but anyways, good stuff. Love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
And we'll see you guys probably next month. Be nice to yourself and don't be
straight.
Yes, what he said. All right, love you guys. Bye. Peace. Love you. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.